For many of us, our work, studies, and lives are embedded and dependent on the functioning of technology. And after endlessly typing away at our keyboards, staring at computer screens, we end the day by turning to our phones or tablets to unwind, mindlessly scrolling through a doom of fast-paced, hooking, yet mind-numbing content. However, entranced by the digital world, how often do we stop to think about the physical space this landscape requires? Narratives surrounding generative AI often speak of progress and efficiency, terms implying that technology advances society for the better. However, little are the colonial and exploitative implications of these narratives ever outlined and questioned. We've divided the world into a global north and a global south. The global north has profited from this division by exploiting land resources and space in the global south. This distance prevents the physical impacts of data centers to directly affect the people living in the global north, thus leaving them unaware of this exploitation. As a result, generative AI platforms owned by multi-million-dollar companies in the global north rely on this divide for the construction, maintenance, and training of their large language models. Data centers powering these models house thousands of computers at a time, straining crucial resources in the area, including large amounts of electricity and clean water. These centers also pollute the oral environments they are built in, with locals and visitors often complaining of the incessant buzzing noises emanating from computers and the cooling of these systems. Additionally, the physical scale of these centers impose a huge strain on the area's clean and potable water sources, since using unfiltered water risks clogging and damaging the computer systems. In light of all the physical exploitation and extraction present behind the powering of artificial intelligence, it should come as no surprise that these engines perpetuate narratives rooted in colonialist ideologies in their outputs. Thus, it is important that we actively question the colonial-rooted narratives of progress behind the push of generative AI. This questioning can allow us to address the harms imposed onto communities already suffering from the physicality of this technology. By drawing awareness to this, one might begin to imagine the ways in which we can work towards the creation of a decolonial AI, by first including local communities and the voices impacted by this data extraction into the decisions regarding the construction, conception, and dissemination of artificial intelligence.